Ah! Hello. Sorry. I'm gonna warn you all in advance. I have a persistent cough that can and will make itself known throughout the duration of this stream. But hello. Hi. How's it going? I'm gonna take my hair down. My wife! My beautiful, glorious wife! Hello. I want to sit up, but if I go any higher, then none of my redeems work, and I have to adjust my camera. Hello, hi, hey, how's it going? Go follow my wife on Twitch. Are you following her on Twitch? You should. Also on YouTube for VOD stuff. Runchy is here. You're the one who showed up. That's like going to the zoo and being mad there's elephants. Ow. You can't show up in my chat and be like, oh no, she arrived. Do you go on the day that the mall has Santa and be like, oh no, there's a mall Santa here? Yeah. That's where he is. Also, I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it. It looks like YouTube had a little update where moderators have a little shield icon next to them, kind of like Twitch does. Which I like. I do like this. It makes the moderators stand out a little more.
Oasis!
Oasis! Alright, let me add it to the counter. Oh, actually I had one pre-added. It's set to go. I knew it would happen. Hi Lucy, welcome in! Using the beautiful little emotes. I love all my little emotes. I'm quite happy I have them. I'm quite pleased with them. Also, you may notice, I don't know how well you can hear it. I hope you can hear it fine. We have a different lo-fi in the background today. I decided that I was sick of demon gummies and I wanted something even more chill, even more relaxing. So we went with Cozy Nordic. Which means I'm gonna get little, like, content claim pings, but it's fine. You spy the other Lucy. There's two. Which one? You guys have to fight for dominance now. We gotta have a Lucy off. It's so relaxed. I love the comfy vibes. Thank you. I was going for cozy today. I decided that the world is stressful and terrible and exhausting. So, this stream is just gonna be a little chat, a little yap sesh, a little virtual hug for all of you living in the world today. Because God knows we all need it. You know, talk about whatever comes to mind. This is a good one to have in the background while you're editing or doing homework or playing video games or whatever, what have you. We're just here to vibe. Lucy versus Lucy versus... My money is on Lucy. Oh my goodness. My money is on Lucy. It has the same energy as, when, Jorge, the person who made Epic the Musical, put out a video knowing that there were multiple different creators named Danny that, like, follow him in Epic and everything and are super invested, and he goes, "Hey, Danny! I like your work, Danny! You're really cool, Danny! Danny!" And all of the Dannys were like, "He's talking about me! I'm the true Danny!" Plays the old Western Showdown noise. No thanks. First Lucy can keep Demon King status. Also, Kate, I might have listened to some Epic the Musical. Do you like them? Do you have a favorite so far? What do you think? What's the vibe? I feel you enjoy the chaos of Hermes, just as a character in Epic the Musical. I think he's pretty rad. He might suit your chaotic nature. So how's everyone been today? What's your day been? What have you been doing? What has this week held for you? Personally, this week, other than a lot of schoolwork and from like Friday or Saturday through about Wednesday this week, I was terribly sick. I'm still getting over it, so if I cough a little bit or if I'm like a little congested, that is why. And that is also why I have a water bottle with like lemonade in it, and I have a pomegranate hibiscus tea, and I have a little V8 beverage over here, and I have my frames freaking out for no reason. I'll let this answer. Puppeteer on Spotify. You! Hi, Cozy. How's it going, my friend? How are you? How are you doing on this lovely Friday night? I can't even say evening, it's just nighttime. I started late. Go follow that guy. He's taking a little break from streaming right now, but when he's back, he's gonna be so back. And he's very cozy, and as his name entails, it is Friday. You are correct. I stream on Fridays, so I would be a little concerned if I looked down and it turned out it was Saturday or Thursday. Driving home, you awesome. Drive safe. Don't type while driving. That's bad. Don't do it. But if something does happen, make sure to type in chat in all caps so all of us know it's serious. I have no concept of the passage of time. God, that's so real. If I didn't have to keep track of Fridays for streaming purposes, I wouldn't know what day it is either. Also work. I gotta work tomorrow at like 7 a.m. and it's 7 p.m. so I don't know how long stream's going, but I need enough time to sleep so I can wake up and work. What was I talking about? Oh, I was sickly and it was terrible and I hated it and I lost half of this week from being gross and congested and nasty and miserable and asleep for a lot of it. And then after that, it's been just like a lot of classes and attempting to adult. I got set up with a new doctor today. I gotta go for a follow-up appointment. Not very fun, but I did that. I actually called so I can see about getting medicated for my rampant ADHD. Will it happen anytime soon? But I gotta try. Especially considering my classes for my master's want me to read hundreds and hundreds of textbook pages, which is so fucking difficult when you have ADHD. You give me a novel, I'll sit down and I'll fucking read that shit. I will tear through a book. And like, I love to read classics, so if you give me a book that has like at least moderately advanced and not just like straight up old English, oh my god, I'll wreck that thing. You assign me 400 pages, which is true. That did happen for one of my classes. 400 pages of a book to read. It's not happening. I'm sorry to tell you. Whee! No, absolutely not, X. It's X, aka the man with good balls. Meatballs. They're the meated balls, the balls of meat. The kind that are well seasoned and that are good to eat. That's a novel's worth of textbook, good lord. Yes. And it's not like every single one of those pages is packed like densely with text. It's just set up really, really weird. But there is like full chapters. And like, that's 9 chapters we were assigned for the first reading in the class. And the rest of the semester, it's like 3 or 4 chapters, which is totally attainable. But to start us out with 9, you couldn't have broken it up a little more and just had an extra chapter each week instead of 9 at the beginning. That's not reasonable for anyone. And I did, our cohort has like a group chat that we talk in case somebody needs a textbook or we need help or we want to set up something or we just want to complain about a teacher. We have that. And I had voiced because people were talking about that class. I was like, by the way, anyone else think 9 chapters is ridiculous? And the vast majority of people were like, I skimmed it so I would have a basic summary. There is 0 chance you could ever possibly read that much in the amount of time he gave us. And the worst part is the amount of time he gave us plus all the stuff we have to do for our other classes. Most of the people in the program are in the same kind of track where you take the same, like, 5 classes. So they have it set up, so it's like, in my undergrad, it's liberal arts. You could kind of pick and choose what you did. You have a couple guaranteed classes, and then you need other credits. You pick up random things. For this, it's very straightforward. This semester, you take these classes. The next semester, you take these classes. It's very black and white. So it's like the classes we have to take are very straightforward, and all of them require absurd amounts of reading. You are not the only one. 9 chapters, 400 pages is too fucking many. Walls. Weenus. Welcome in, Jimmy. My Jimmy. Why teach the course when I can make my students just read the entire book? Yeah. I don't really like this guy's teaching style, even though he is really, really nice. Though my last class, I was deeply, deeply amused because, so the class that this is for is talking about, like, multicultural counseling, and some of the concerns with that and trying to be, like, overcome bias and all sorts of things. And in the PowerPoint yesterday, there was a quote, not yesterday, yes, yesterday. God, it was only yesterday. It was a quote from our beloved Brennan Lee Mulligan, mid-PowerPoint, and I could pull it up, because I texted it to Trevor, because it made me laugh when I saw it. I was like, oh my god. Laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group in a given nation. It's just a promise of violence that's enacted, and police are basically an occupying army. You know what I mean? I did give my professor a good chuckle when I followed up, which, with the next line from that, which is, you kids want to cook some bacon? And then he throws a Molotov at the police. Don't do that in real life. You will get shot. That quote was in the course, well, not in the textbook, but it was in the, It was in the PowerPoint he was teaching us from while talking about the stuff we covered in the textbook. Like, he was just, yeah. It kind of rules. I love Brendan Lee Mulligan. He has a lot of good things to say about the world. Drink water? I am, but I'm also dying. Ow! How am I supposed to drink water when you're bonking me? Ah! Drink I'm force feeding you it next time? No. Father, why have you brought the hammer? But yeah. The other thing I've been doing this week is I've been thinking a lot about streaming. Just in general, kind of amorphously. Because other than the fact that I feel a little bad, I don't have as much time for you guys because now I'm busy with, like, my job and adulting and working, and, like, I was sick all this week. And over the weekend and everything, so I haven't been in VCs, which makes me very sad because I've been seeing you guys in the Discord. And by the way, if you're not in the Discord and you would like to be in the Discord and you are an adult human being, because I'm reserving the Discord for adult human beings for sanity and safety, for all of the above, because none of you can control yourselves, you should be in the Discord. It's a good time. You guys have been in the VC a lot, even when I'm not in there, which makes me extremely happy. Because personally, that is the marker of a successful community, is when they're all hanging out in VC when I'm not there. That means you guys are friends and you're just having a good time, and that is fucking valuable to me. So it makes me really, really, really happy that you guys have been in there, even though I've been sick and I can't join you, which stinks. I feel bad that I'm being a responsible adult and working on my future. A little! But don't phrase it like that. Shut up. Glad you made it home safe, X. I saw that capital W. You had me a little concerned. I'm really glad that you guys have been in the VC and hanging out and doing things and gaming, and I hope I can join you again soon, even if it's infrequently while I'm working on class stuff. I do like being in there and hanging out with you all because I love you all to pieces. But yeah, I've been thinking about streaming a lot. I was having fun jumping off a ramp. I'm imagining like Tony Hawk game where they have where he just kind of does a sick flip off the ramp, but it's just your entire car. Oh god, that's terrible. You're in the front seat and you have like sunglasses on, and in like mid flip it zooms in on you and you're like smiling and your sunglasses glint. And then it all goes fast again, you finish the flip and drive off, and you just hear boo-hoo! It's stupid, it's so dumb. My first beverage is officially empty. Tony Hawk Pro Skater combo noise? Exactly. If that didn't happen, I don't want to know. In my mind, that's what occurred. You're doing sick video game flips and getting chased by the cops. But, yeah. Anyway, back to the, like, totally, actually, like, thoughtful conversation I was having before I got sidetracked by Tony Hawk. A worthy thing. But yeah, I've been thinking about streaming a lot and how I approach it. And I've had a couple talks with some friends and my lovely wives and everything. And I don't know. I guess like the long and the short of it is I've been mentally punishing myself for the thing that brings half of you here anyway. Like that for the, like punishing myself for the draw of my streams. Because, to explain, all of my favorite, like, content creators, for the most part, are really happy, high energy, like, funny moment, multiplayer game type people. So when I first got into streaming, that was my mentality. Gonna pop out and sleep, feeling eepy. I hope you rest well, Riddles. Sweet dreams, my friend. But when I first came into streaming, that was kind of like my mentality around it. And I still have those like super chaotic, silly moments sometimes, but I can't have myself do it all the time because I'm just a very casual gamer and I'm a very chill person. As chaotic as I can be sometimes, I'm equal parts chill most of the time, and like, I got mad at myself for that for a hot minute. And I've just been thinking about my interactions with streaming and how everyone else sees me while I'm live, and I've kind of come to the conclusion that, like, I'm being dumb. It's the extent of it. I'm trying to embody something that isn't in my nature, and, like, being mad at myself when I can't achieve that. And not only is that pointless, but I think it's hurtful to myself and to what we could actually be doing here, which is having way more fun. You're trying to be something you're not. Kind of, yeah. Also, hi, Nevi. Currently with the fam, but still here. You are you and best. Thank you, Wax. Quit hating my friend. Dude, I'm hating on her. She's the worst. Her room's a total mess, and you can kind of barely see in the background. Least funny streamer. Solid B. No, but ow! Jesus Christ!
Stop it.
That was so violent and unnecessary. I was joshing. I was joking. It was a goof! A gaff! A guffaw! I was doing it to fuck with Cozy! Then I got a mushroom thrown at my head. Hello, this is my son. POV, you're in a Zoom call with Peach. So anyway, my plans for the Mushroom Kingdom. Peach! Bowser's coming! Anyway, this guy's here now. But no, genuinely, after I cough a little more because my throat is killing me.
19 Oasis!
Lucy just told me someone was talking bad about the font. Did you say bad or did Lucinda fib? I was doing so facetiously. I was doing so in a joking manner, specifically to fuck with Cozy in chat. It was not real, but I did get a mushroom thrown at me by Trevor, who is like half awake. Or at least was half awake. It was a bit. It's not real. I was joking about my inner demons. Everything is specifically to fuck with me, I see. See, now you're getting it. It's all to fuck with Cozy specifically. Though at this point, I'm gonna fuck with Lucinda, you goddamn piece of shit. Toad, more like peak design. Agreed. He's just a little fucking guy. But, you know what? I will pivot back to the point I was making, to the story I was telling, but because we're talking about mushrooms, he's like, Mun, go get your wife. Well, I'm glad you're here, but, feel free to kick his ass, because he was fibbing. He was not getting the full context. But while we're talking about little mushroom guys, I want you guys to know, I talked about it in the server a little bit, but like, not a lot. There's a good chance a bunch of people haven't seen it. I designed a little mushroom fella, and I have a plan, okay? I have a plan to have someone, KJ, draw this little mushroom fella. Ow! I did say it like that. And that little mushroom fella is gonna have moving parts, and by that I think I was gonna give him a mouth, but in the actual little mushroom fella lore, they don't have mouths, so I'm gonna make him canon accurate for stream funsies, and I'm gonna have KJ draw him, and what's gonna happen is he's gonna sit in the corner over here, and whenever you guys use the Memby text-to-speech command, which, reminder, that is a members-only redeem, just for you fellas. So, I appreciate you, and if you have more things you want, members, tell me, so I can do them. But I'm gonna have him sit over here, and then his little mushroom head's gonna vibrate whenever you guys use the text-to-speech, and he's gonna be the voice of which talks through. And I can't wait to do that, and it's gonna be very good, and I'm very excited. That's gonna happen some point. Whenever I'm free, and whenever KJ's free, and whenever I could chuck money at her for a little mushroom guy art. But I will have a little chat mushy to yap. And also because I've designed a couple little mushroom guys. I have photos of them on my device. I will pick one out. I have designed little mushroom fellas, but I haven't done anything with them. Like, this is one of the designs that... Ooh, hold on, I gotta turn down my brightness. Hold on, I gotta make sure it's all the way down so you guys can actually see it. I can't see it, but you guys can. So, like, I designed this little guy, like the little inky cat mushroom, and this was... There's two of me! But this guy was gonna be the little corner mushroom, because I thought it would be fun with the color scheme, because I don't have anything like black on screen, and that was a big part of my previous kind of aesthetic for the channel. But I remembered that I have an adorable little guy that I have yet to do anything with. And frankly, that I like the design of a little bit better. But like, turn my brightness back down so you guys can see him. Look at this little dude. He can do no harm. He's a little, think of this little guy down here, having a little chat, and then whenever you guys talk, his little mushroom cap vibrates. I think he's adorable. Also, no, absolutely not. Cozy, do not even consider. I'm good. I'm rad. I'm fine. We're chilling. Shut up. I'm gonna do that, and that's gonna be really fun. His little mushroom, his mushroom cap. Don't be a pervert, Lucifer. By the way, Lucy, I see that you have the Forget-Me-Not badge. Thank you for being a member for a year. I really appreciate you. Every time I see one of you guys get that, it makes me very excited. I had a mushroom character, but I had to banish him to the depths of the fire pits. Aw, why? We love little mushies. Also, Metal Gear Snake, hi! I saw you said you were gonna go see Iron Lung. What did you think of it? What are your opinions on Iron Lung? Without spoilers for anyone in the chat who hasn't seen it, but like, just like, what do you think? Was it good? I loved it. I went to see it twice. If I weren't sick, maybe thrice. Let's fucking go, baby! 12 months! What fucking year? Phenomenal. Best movie of the year. Oh my god, I love it. It's so good. It's so good. I want to own it as soon as possible. Agreed. I want it on DVD. I want it on digital. Give it to me. I'll get mine soon enough. Hell yeah. Now since 1 year, that means 200 squats, yeah? Yeah, go right ahead, Lucy. Come on, 200 squats for me, right now. Send me a video, you know, make it official. I'll show it on stream so everyone can see your celebratory 200. Let's go. Chop chop. People keep making dirty jokes to the point I couldn't even mention him. No! Since your wife is watching, I think you should do the squats. See, I do have squats to do. I'm not doing 200 because I just got over being sick. I'm coughing heavily this entire stream to the point where I got 3 beverages to try and make sure I don't. I think it's probably best to push that off a while. He's cackling in VC. I bet he fucking is, that son of a bitch. Tag it up in Lucy for the squats. Not allowed to do that many. Yeah. Went with my lane roommates and they didn't like it, so I confirmed it's... Lane roommates and they didn't like it, so I've confirmed it's good with other people. Ah, okay. I think, so the thing with Iron Lung is it's definitely not a movie for everybody. Because there's a lot of people that don't have the attention span or the patience to give Iron Lung its shot, right? It's a cosmic horror and it's a very slow build, and that's intentional. And like, the movie does have drawbacks. I'm not saying it's perfect, but it's a slow build. So people aren't all going to like it. But the people who like it, that I know, fucking love it. I fucking love it. I think it's cool as shit. Even editing the pictures I put of him into dirty stuff. Aw, well that's no fun. Oh my god! Go Looper! What is up, dude? It's been a while. Hello, how are you? I hope you're well. I hope everything in your world is a-okay. It's lovely to see you. Dude! Spoilers! No theater near me is playing it, so I can't see it. Oh my god. Alright. Don't you not like horror movies, though? It is technically a horror movie. It doesn't have, like, jump scares or anything, really, but, like, it is a horror movie. I'm in the minority that thinks it should have been longer, but I understand most people will be lost. I honestly think it's a really good length. If anything, they could have shaved off, like, 10 minutes of the beginning. because it did drag on just a little bit, but the rest of it picked up and it had delivered so much. I'm not complaining in the slightest. I think it's awesome. I've been good. How have you been? I've been okay. The world's kind of crazy right now, and I just got over being sick, but other than that, I'm back to college classes again, and just trying to keep up with that and job and life and you guys. So I'm doing as okay as I can. Oh my god, by the way, funny little anecdote. So when you go to the doctor, they give you, they tend to give you little forms. One of them's for depression and one of them's for anxiety, right? So it's like, hey, are you in danger of, like, being hurt? You know, you need to go see, like, therapists or something. And then, hey, what's your anxiety level at? I have generalized anxiety. My new doctor doesn't know that. So they went to give me the little form, and I'm like, oh, uh-oh. So I did my little anxiety form, and it's like, hey, how often are you feeling, like, anxious or can't relax? And me putting a little X next to every day. She gets in and she's like, your anxiety level is really high. And I'm like, yup. She's like, do you want to talk to somebody? And I'm like, maybe. I've lived with it this long. I'm fine. I don't like jump scares. Cosmic horror is my jam. Then hell yeah, you will fucking love Iron Lung. Is there a man in the mirror? I have an idea. I can't watch horror without screaming or starting to cry. That's why you gotta stick with animated movies, Tetra. That's your jam. I was losing my mind for Troy Baker being in the movie. I do like that these are, like, only, like, behind the scenes spoilers or, like, super out of context. I know a lot of people who were like, Troy Baker! We get Trevor and MJ cosplay so he could be the man in the mirror. Oh my god. There is the hand of the man in the mirror right now. Both hands can be seen, just not your face. Ooh.
The man in the mirror is sick.
The man in the mirror is not feeling well, so he is currently the man sleeping or mostly resting in the mirror. Because I believe the man in the mirror may be catching what I had, which is not good. So, thoughts, prayers, and lots of Tylenol. All y'all goddamn gamblers. Oof, I hope he feels... Lucy says he hopes you feel better. I'll make sure he sleeps as much as he can. Not gonna lie, it's been a day so far. I've lost most of my noodles, and then I broke my mug, but stream is very cool. Well, I'm glad stream's cool. I'm sorry about your mug. I'm too attached to any of my mugs. If any of them break, I would be a very upset lady, because I collect them, and I get attached to them. Oh my god, speaking of Markiplier, let me reach over here. I have 2 mugs over here, and I can show off both of them when I clean out all the things in front of them because my shelf is too packed. Got Wakey Wakey Protocol from the hit YouTube experience In Space with Markiplier. This is basically just In Space with Markiplier too. You know, not the sequel you thought you needed, but it's the sequel we adore. Love is what brings us together today. I also have Space is so cool. I love that we bullied him into releasing these as merch. Can we now bully him into releasing, like, the Iron Lung movie poster as a printable we can put in our room? Because all of the posters in our local area have been accounted for. We can't get those ones. We tried to really early, but one of the people who worked at the theater wanted it, so they got dibs. Fantasy Life now has a new patch. Oh? Also, welcome in space. Lovely to see ya. I wish I had more mushroom knowledge so I could make a Norwegian mushroom Thelma. Excuse me, gang. I have to look up something. Oh, I never posted on Blue Sky that I was live. I was like 78% of the way through the post, and then I never sent it. Oops. Anyway, Rutro. What even is Blue Sky? Blue Sky is... Think about, like, Twitter before it got big and awful and Elon got his grubby little hands on it. That's more or less what Blue Sky is, but I really, really like Blue Sky because, one, it's, like, open source or whatever, and a bunch of people have made, like, kind of tools using it, or, like, just, like, variants, kind of, in how you can use it. It's really nice. They're very open, and they talk about, I guess, like, the development of it super openly. And the big thing is it doesn't have, like, an algorithm that keeps you there. They understand that the social media is supposed to be you go, you see the stuff from your friends, you click a few things, and then you see a cool link and you go over there. You're not supposed to be on Blue Sky forever. Unlike Facebook and Instagram and everything else that intentionally pushes you horrible things that you're going to interact with and stay on the platform longer for. So Blue Sky is just like a social media that doesn't punish you for using it by making you miserable and sad, which is why I use it. And there's a lot of artists I follow on there. Sky blue is nice. It's a very nice color. I agree. Ah, fella. My phone loves to make me have typos. You know what? Fair. Mine makes me have typos, but not not typo, like I get one letter wrong. It's a whole word, because it's not quite autocorrect, because I use swipe to text, so it just doesn't pick up the word I'm trying to tell it to use, and I always try to read over it again, but I miss them pretty often. Threads is the antithesis of Blue Sky, then? Why is Threads, like, super miserable? I'm kind of done with social media in general. I put a 20-minute timer on Instagram per day on my phone. Dude, as you should! That's what I had for TikTok, but now that TikTok got transferred to, like, the US control stuff, I deleted that bitch. Cause, it said in it that it's like, can we use your data to obtain information about you, including, like, your immigration status? And I'm like, hey, what the fuck's wrong with you? No. And then I deleted that bitch. Like a sane person. But I highly recommend people put timers on apps. Genuinely. There are ones that are harder than others. Like, obviously, it's hard for me to set a timer on YouTube, because not only do I use it for music the vast majority of the time, but I use it to watch videos, I use it to check in with friends. What I wish I could do is I wish I could lock myself out of YouTube Shorts. I desperately wish I could turn that bitch off! But I can't. And it sits there, and it knows what it is, because every single time I open the fucking app, there it is! Sometimes it opens two shorts, even when I didn't close it with shorts open, so I don't know why it opened to shorts, but it's like, hey, you wanna watch this YouTube short? And I'm like, no, don't do this to me! And it goes open wide! Boom! Please, get me out of the shorts doom scroll, it's the worst! YouTube Shorts could go lift fire. Yes. I also deleted TikTok for the same reason. It's terrible. I had re-downloaded TikTok because I had, like, wanted to make an account and post clips from the channel here, there. But the thing is, I'm not editing those clips. Fuck it. And I could put them up on YouTube Shorts here, which, you know, is, like, I don't want to scroll YouTube Shorts, but I'll upload stuff there. Yeah, whatever, I don't know. But, I need to edit those clips first. Or I need to have the man in the mirror edit them at some point. Because I don't have time. But we'll see. I had to delete a certain social media because I got recommended stuff that made me feel worthless and waste of space. Do you know how little that narrows it down? That's why, again, that's why I like Blue Sky, is because it's a lot like Twitter in the sense, or Twitter. It's a lot like Tumblr in the sense that you make your own feed. And there are like pre-made feeds that you can follow. Like I have one that I follow that's just called Moss. And the entire feed is just pulled from people posting nature photos. And like talking about moss. It's the best. I don't need to worry about politics or the way the world's burning to the ground around me. I can just look at photos of moss. It's awesome. Oh, good news! I got a new PC and I'm poor now. I'm sorry for the second part, but I'm really excited about the first part. You should tell me the new PC specs. I won't understand them, but the man in the mirror will, and he can tell me how good it's looking. Because I'm really curious, and I'm very excited for you. Like, going from laptop land to PC land is... Yeah, you still look at the other stuff. Not intentionally. Very often I look at my following feed because I follow specific people, but some of the people I follow keep reposting the sad stuff. But I'm on there because I want to find art. I want to find pretty artists and art. Good news, everyone! I've got ooze to use. What does that mean? What ooze are you using? What voice am I doing? I feel like I'm doing a Grumps bit, but I can't remember what bit I'm doing. I've got ooze to use. Good news.
Muzu.
Muzu! Nuzu! Dispose of Muzu! Thank you, man in the mirror. Good news, everyone. Professor Farnsworth. It was a bad quote of Professor Farnsworth in World of Warcraft. Wrath of the Lich King. Oh. Everyone knows good. News good, everyone. I just start making less and less sense. And then, like, my eye starts to go out of focus and, like, twitch. And then it's like there's sparks coming out of my ears, my head opens up, and I have this, like... And there's just, like, a little alien yay big inside. It's like... I lost control! I dropped 2K, and... Trevor! Interpret this for me! It's a great guy. I totally didn't do anything wrong. I don't think so. One good cough. That one helped. I totally did not circle back to the thing I was talking about earlier. I don't know. I'm just gonna, in short, be like, I had been punishing myself for not being a streamer that is against my nature, kind of. And I'm trying to adjust myself and have more reasonable expectations for streaming. And be a little more confident in that. Because, like, unintentionally, when you do something, you compare yourself to the people you look up to in the space. So I compare myself to, like, my lovely wife, Monster. And to Smitty and all of these really cool creators that I really like. But also, a lot of those high-energy people not only have other people they're playing with, and I do a lot of solo content. I do a lot of collab stuff, and I would love to do more, by the way. But I do a lot of stuff by my lonesome. And that, like, is already going to make a completely different vibe on stream. Unbiased view, really nice. Biased AMD user view, ew, Intel and Nvidia, but nice. But I guess I was just, I don't know. I was talking to said lovely wife monster about one of my biggest insecurities with streaming, which is the fact that I'm not expressive enough on screen, especially while gaming, and I'm very boring because I get locked in. And like when I can see myself on the screen, like with a vibe stream right now, I know I'm a little more expressive because that's just a natural human thing when you can be seen, is like my eyebrows get very expressive and I talk a lot with my hands. That's just always been a thing. I do that. But when I'm locked into a game and I'm focused on something, I'm staring and I'm thinking and I'm doing fucking nothing. And I kind of shared that concern with her, and she responded with some things that she sees me do on stream that are like, hey, you do express yourself, and I see that. And one, very, very sweet, and it made me very happy because I have been worrying about that a lot. But also, it reminded me that, like, I see myself in a very specific lens, as do all people, because we are all our own worst critic. And I have to remember that you guys are here for a fucking reason. Some of you are like my closest friends. Some of you are not, and if you didn't enjoy it here, you'd have no reason to fucking be here. I can relate. I was making a thing, it took like 37 takes to make it look somewhat like I care. Oh god. The worst is when you have to record something. Not for this year's, but I believe for last year's, Aurelius, awesome fellow, loves to do a little end of year video where it's like, what do you think game of the year is? And he gets a bunch of other creators involved, and he had asked me to do it, and the amount of takes I did and how awkward I fucking felt recording that little clip. I don't know how. I've been a streamer for 5 years. I've been doing this for so long, but the moment you ask me to talk to a camera by myself without chat to talk to, oh my god, it's like I've never been on camera before. It's ridiculous. And it's so hard to see yourself like that and be like, that looks wrong, and then the perfectionism kicks in, and then yeah, 37 takes later. So I totally get it. But, yeah, I think I'm just too hard on myself, and I still have things I want to change, and I have things I want to do, and I have things I want to experiment with. One of those things I've talked to approximately 3 people, not including the man in the mirror, about. And I do think I will go through with it, because I think it will be a fun thing for me to do, a fun little whimsical experiment. But I do also want to adjust how I interact with myself and my streams in this space, and also realize that I have to stop punishing myself for not being a Smitty, because I'm not a Smitty. I'm a me. I'm an LFB. I'm a Kate. And as much as my brain's like, that's not good enough, it is. Because if it's not, then what the fuck are you guys doing here? Stop punishing yourself. I'm trying! I'm attempting! Good news, everyone! I think I've perfected a plague that will destroy all life on Azeroth. Huh? Why? You have one. Right there.
Yeah.
This one's mine, though. You have yours. Ah! He's asking for my mushroom. I bought him a... You see that? I bought him a fucking mushroom that he never uses. Wait a minute. Is this one yours? Wait a minute. That one's mine.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You take that one. You threw yours at me? You didn't even throw mine at me? Give me my
I
son.
threw the one that was up here by the...
Give me my son!
Which means that you have been using mine.
No, I have not.
Well, then why was yours over here and mine was up here.
Because I moved it up there so you could, that one...
You were laying on it.
No, I wasn't laying on it. I had it on top of my head because I was using it to block the light earlier when I had my 20-minute cat nap. Anyway, give me my son! Give me my son!
There's that.
My son.
Stop being
Ow!
yourself.
I'm literally not! Stop throwing mushrooms at me! This is abuse!
Well, stop it, because the next one's not going to be stream friendly. What?
Are you gonna rip your dick off? But yes, I am trying to stop punishing myself in how I approach streaming. And have a little more confidence. Cause I'm not confident. But I do try to be. And I want to be. And I want to be for you guys, because I know that comes through. Like, that lack of confidence makes itself known in obvious and subtle ways. I don't want that to ever be a thing. Yo, what the fuck? I know, Nevi. It's terrifying. There could just be dicks flying by, and you never know. Stream idea? Members only high stream. You know? I'm gonna put it in suggestions in the Discord server so I don't lose it. I'm not opposed to this.
What?
What? I don't want to be like fucking the equivalent of Blackout, but being a tiny bit zooted and like playing games for the gang, I'm not against.
Oh.
What?
Oh, the idea is just high stream. Got it.
Yeah. Why?
I thought the high was in the addition to the idea, and that the idea was dicks flying all over the place.
What? Go back to bed. You are clearly not awake yet.
No, but I do. I may not be awake, but I do have a cuddly kitty.
You do. Wants and recommendations. I'm just gonna put this in here. Click. There we go. Microworks fast mode high. Oh my god. I haven't played Microworks in a hot minute. Maybe I'll do that for next community night. When Trevor's working, because he's miserable and hates fun. And does not like Microworks. Or any party game, really. I said I want to do it for community night. You didn't hear the context. I'm not getting high without you. I'm doing Microworks for community night without you. Which you don't care, because you hate Microworks. Bad, everyone. Someone stole my use of the word news. Why are you flipping me off, man in the mirror? I literally didn't do anything. You are the one who didn't hear me. It's not my fault that your ears are faulty. I'm learning that making music is harder than I thought and more expensive. Yes. Yes, it is. But it's so cool. God, I got distracted again. We're talking about high Microworks. But, yeah. I don't know. I just wanna... I need to adjust how I approach my approach to streaming. And also be okay with the fact that I'm not gonna be high energy, crazy, kooky, insane all the time. And if I am a warm hug to all of you guys a virtual cup of tea after a hard day, and that provides comfort to you all, then that's fine. And if anything, I had talked to Trevor about this a little bit, that's almost a niche in itself in a space that is full of such high energy, crazy 1-2 go 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 things that, like, to be able to do both, but especially to just be comfortable with the cozy and the calm is a strength and is, again, needed in the way the world is right now. So that's just something I've been thinking about a lot this past week. And it feels quite nice to finally get that out of my brain, because it's been living in there and all of the brain worms have been chattering with it, and then I keep getting distracted and not hearing when people talk to me because my brain is too full of thoughts. Comfortable with the cozy, K-O-Z-I. Well, I'm always comfortable with that cozy, because he's a pretty cozy fella himself. Pretty rad dude, if I may say. Awesome VTuber, sweet guy, incredible friend, fantastic aesthetic choices. What's not to appreciate? Good news! Brainworms are normal. I hate that if you put good news in front of any chat, I will read it like Farnsworth. Could be totally normal. Good news! I'm home! Especially if it's good news, everyone. Oh my god. Good news, everyone! I'm gay! In, another little anecdotal thing, just because I'm yapping about it. Goose news! They now honk 10 times louder. Ah. I'm imagining the honk from Untitled Goose Game. But yeah, anecdotally, while I'm still thinking about it, another thing in the realm of self-acceptance. Being cool with it when a clip doesn't turn out well because I'm talking, because I haven't found the good balance between talking and silence when I'm in, like, group games like Mimesis. So there were a bunch of funny moments in Mimesis that I was fucking yapping the whole goddamn time. I do the same thing in Lethal Company, because when I get panicked, I just start yapping and I don't stop. So 1, I need to be comfortable with silence, but 2, I need to be okay if I'm talking during that clip. Because I'm not a Smitty. I haven't had many, many years to practice how much and how little to talk. And it's fine. It's fine! Good news, everyone! Ah! Good news! I also learned the new ice cream meta. Don't use bowls. Use a glass/plastic cup. Yes. Also, some people might guillotine me for this. I almost never eat cereal. It depends on the cereal. If it's a big cereal, eat it in the bowl. Like, if it's something big, like, if you're a weirdo that eats, like, frosted mini wheats, I can't do it. I'm sure they're fine. I'm sure they're okay for you. It's just that the texture sucks. But, if you're eating something like Fruity Pebbles, which is my favorite, like, I've had a bad day comfort food cereal, I put it in a cup. I put that shit in a plastic cup, and then I fill it with milk, and then I take my little spoon, and I eat out of it, and then instead of doing the awkward thing where you bring the bowl to your mouth and you try not to spill it down your chin, because bowls aren't really made to be drank from like that, you just drink out of the fucking cup, and then it's done. And then you rinse the cup out, and it's fine. You could put more milk in it, or you could just wash it, and it's way less annoying than a bowl. I don't know why. It's just easier. So I've been eating cereal out of a wide cup, mind you. It's like yay wide around. It's not one of the little tiny cups. It's a bigger one, but good news, everyone. We're getting married. I know you were debating me. I allowed that one. Good news, everyone! You'll get better at the intricacy of speaking over time. I used to never say anything in high school. Honestly, same. But that's just chronic introvert energy. Why talk when you can sit in the library in every possible free period and read through the entirety of the Brothers Grimm, like, fantasy stories and folklore? Good news, everyone! There's a giant frog on its way to eat all of your food. Samwise, how could you do this to them? Good news, everyone! I fucked your mom! That's fucking right! I, lovely Fire Bouquet, fucked your mom right up a cooter! And she thought it was awesome!
Well, now I have a short to make.
YouTube's not pushing that one, I cuss too much.
I don't care. I'm still putting that out there.
If you want to, go right ahead. That's awesome. You gotta make sure there's a comical zoom in on the chat of which you said it before, though. Good news, everyone! Please don't. Oh my god. Speaking of news and streaming, bad fucking news, everyone. So for those of you who don't know, the vast majority of my stream assets right now are set up through Stream Elements because it's fun. You can fuck around with CSS. So a bunch of people have made a bunch of really nice assets. This is a Stream Elements asset. This is a Stream Elements asset. All of this is a Stream Elements asset. This up here, this little ticker, that is a Stream Elements asset. The problem with this is that Stream Elements recently had a thing go up that was like, hey, you guys want to, I think it was like, hey, you guys want to donate so we can continue to offer Stream Elements for free for everybody? That's not good. Because if Stream Elements goes down fucking swinging, we're in trouble. I'm in trouble. All my shit's set up in Stream Elements. And all of the things that are currently set up right now, these aren't compatible. I just got this chat box, okay? I really like this chat box. If I have to give up this fucking chat box, if I have to give up all of this because Stream Elements decided AI was cool, because I think I saw something about that. People were mad about that. I don't fucking know. But if Stream Elements goes down and it's no longer free and I have to stop paying for it, and then there's problems, there's gonna be a fucking problem. So any skilled coders out there, any cool guys, if you know how to set something up that would make these like compatible with a thing that could be run on the PC itself, like, I don't know, like the Mix It Up bot, because I know there's things that are being made right now that do that. Let me know. So I like all this, and I hate that the thing that I'm kind of dependent on has put out a thing like, hey, give us money, please. That's scary. Ooh, bad news. My house has a carbon monoxide leak and the fire department showed up. We still can't find the source. But I saw a fire truck and that was cool. I mean, fire truck, pretty rad. Everything else, pretty bad. Not good. That is why you always have a carbon monoxide detector in your house. In low places. Because I think it sits near the floor first. Or it comes up from the floor. Please have monoxide and fire detectors in your home. Do not die. Or else you're gonna start being like me and talking like Farnsworth, but stupid. Good news, everyone! Raccoons can now steal your entire house. They had an upgrade. They're now as strong as ants, and they can live 50 times their size. Which means, if you have a mobile home, a group of raccoons may just come underneath it, steal it, and take it into the woods to be taken over by bears. Bears can open doors, you know. They'd like to do it with car doors, but a mobile home door is not all that different from a car door. So a bear might just stick his little clawed fingers up there, pull open the door and eat all your snacks and take your bed and fuck your mom. Why was your mom in the home while the raccoons were stealing it? Your guess is as good as mine. We bought a detector and I feel pretty cool when I check the garage with it. You should feel pretty cool. Also, I'm glad you're okay. Carbon monoxide poisoning is really scary. Good news, everyone. Don't tell me what to do. Stop making it weird. No one's getting fingered by a bear but you.
Yeah, I thought that the bear fucked your mom.
Oh my god. The bear fucked you. Not my mom. We're not in a mobile home. This is not a mobile home. If you tried to move this house, I think it would fall apart. It's very old, and it's not very well put together. The bear fucked your mom. All moms that live in mobile homes are at risk of bear fucking.
You know, I feel like that would be more accurate if it's all dads.
Well, that's why mom's going along with it. She just thought it was dad. And then she realized it was an actual bear, but she couldn't tell because your dad's just as hairy. Bear moms in your area?
So the dad is a bear.
Yes, but not like a bear, but like a big man. Bisexuals. Bearsexuals. Good news! The carbon monoxide alarm was going off while I was asleep. It was a part of my dream. And after an hour, I woke with confusion and ran outside and called 911. That does not sound like good news at all. I don't understand how people can hear loud noises and they just get incorporated in your dream. Quiet noises I get. Like if the TV's going, I've totally had dreams where the TV got incorporated into like a really, really weird dream. Or like funky music, which is actually why I started listening to music to fall asleep. Because I used to have really, really bad nightmares when I was a kid. But when I fell asleep with music on, the comforting music would get incorporated into my dreams. And I'd end up having pleasant dreams. Because the music was pleasant. Okay, but my dad is an actual bear. You don't want to steal his salmon. Okay, your dad versus a grizzly bear. Salmon on the table. Arm wrestling. Hear me out. Good news! Iron Lung is still the current #1 movie in America. Not by much, but that's pretty fucking good. That is good news. I'm happy about this. Do you see the little shield on your screen?
Yes.
Cool. They straight up yoinked that from Twitch. That's that little sim long overdue.
Yes.
Totally a Twitch thing.
Yesterday's totals.
Hold on, man in the mirror is giving us Iron Lung updates.
Yesterday's totals for Thursday. Send help 1,332,000. Iron Lung 1,397,000. Still #1.
Still #1, baby! What, 3 times? Or are we still in the second?
3 times.
3-time #1 movie in America, Iron Lung.
It was actually in the first, I think that's the first 7 days of it officially being out. 8 days of you being able to watch it. Out of those 7 or 8 days, only 2 of them did Send Help outperform.
And
domestically.
Again, Iron Lung is a basically completely independently funded, directed, edited, like all that fucking work was a tiny team, and 98% of it was just Markiplier
No, maybe not that
acting,
much.
working, and what?
Maybe not 97%.
Not 97.
There's
It was
a lot
like
of people who did a lot of things.
that is true. There's a lot of people. Like, it's not, what, 60? Because he did a lot of the editing too, and editing's a
But
lot
he
of
worked
work.
on almost every single piece of that.
Yes, literally everything, and then also he did 97% of the acting that like was on screen.
Yes.
On screen. There was a lot of fantastic voice acting. Versus a giant, like a film with through a fucking industries and distributors.
20th century, but 20th century is now owned by Disney.
Yes. So in essence, Disney is currently getting their ass kicked by a fucking YouTuber, Mark Fishbach, and I couldn't be prouder of him.
I will say, I do plan on watching Send Help. Once it either becomes, no longer a battle, or once it comes out on anything.
Yeah.
I have heard it is a good movie as well. But Iron Lung is better.
Iron Lung's the shit. God, a man in the mirror pointed them. Go watch Iron Lung if you haven't and you have the ability. If you've seen it, go watch it again. It's really, really fun on the second watch, actually.
I'm matching the movie.
I plan on watching Send Help. Immediate tense silence.
Well, his actually...
Betrayal of our man Markiplier.
So,
You dare support!
Mark literally said himself that he also plans on seeing it. We should wait until after the weekend to see. I think he said like Monday or Tuesday he was gonna go see it. And that
The Submarine's a good actor. Iron Lung or Edge of Sleep? I like Iron Lung. Edge of Sleep's good, but Mark wasn't there yet for in acting.
Edge of Sleep is honestly what I think you would normally expect out of an indie film.
Yes.
And Iron Lung is leagues ahead of that.
Yes.
But also another thing I want to point out that a lot of people get wrong. He was in Edge of Sleep. He did not make Edge of Sleep.
Nope, that was Q-Code. Q-Code Productions, who do excellent podcasts, by the way. I got into Q-Code podcasts and eventually into other podcasts once I ran out of fun Q-Code ones I was enjoying. There are other ones that I haven't listened to, but none that appealed to me in the same way. I listened to The Edge of Sleep, which was a really great podcast. Really enjoyed listening to it. And then I listened to Baraska, which was incredible. Fucked up. Really good podcast. Fucking loved it. That's the one with Cole Sprouse in it.
It's so weird to me whenever you explain that one.
Yeah.
Because whenever you explain it, I remember that he's in it, and then the entire time that you're explaining the events that are happening, I just see Jughead.
But Baraska is really, really good. Another Q-Code production. The thing about Q-Code, podcasts is that the sound design is fucking insane. Like, the 3D sound design, you can hear where people are. You know exactly what's happening. There's kind of like ambient sounds. What am I looking at? Cats.
Pascal was in the cat bed.
Yes.
That we need to have been using a lot.
Yes.
And he was like washing himself, and she went and jumped off of the bed, like our bed,
to go wash him,
and was like, "Excuse me, you are bathing in my bed. That's not my bed, but it is my bed. How dare you?"
Mm-hmm. Skelly, you should hand me that. I want that. Man in the mirror, retrieve the cat for me. Too much distracted.
Catch.
Oh, come here, handsome. Hi.
Oh my god, you look so pretty.
He's so freaking handsome on camera and off camera. He's the handsomest boy. He's not mine. He's my brother's. But he hangs out in my room way more than his. So he's basically mine. And he's in love with my kitty, which is a problem because my brother's going to college. Kelly, hi, handsome. You are such a pretty boy. I love you. Whoa! He's escaping! There you go. Men in the mirror can have him back. Hold on. See if he pops up in the corner. Wait. Nope. Okay. Huh? There he is! It's the cat in the mirror!
He actually came for pets for once.
He did. He does like pets. It's like, whoa, you kissed me, dude. It's the cat in the mirror. He's so Portuguese. So, the fun thing is my brother has a joke that he's his Latino son. We don't know why. There's no reason. It's just that Skelly has been dubbed my brother's Latino son. But right now, he's his Portuguese son. Anyway, what was I talking about before you interrupted me with cats?
Baraska and Q-Code's audio design.
Oh, Q-Code audio design. Yes, it's very 3D. You can hear everything that's happening. It's just really, really cool, and I highly recommend their podcasts. And listening, it's really funny because if The Edge of Sleep wasn't a thing, and I didn't go listen to it because my boy Markiplier, I wouldn't have gotten into podcasts like that, and then I wouldn't have ever listened to the Magnus Archives, which I am about episode 117 right now, and I am fucking invested. I love the Magnus Archives. Not Q-Code, but it's another, like, story horror. It's a horror anthology podcast where it's, like, every episode is, like, a little... It's a little story from a person who gave it to the Magnus Archives, and then there's this big overarching story that's really cool, and I highly suggest that also, and it's really, really great for if you need to do menial tasks like washing dishes or doing laundry, where you need to be listening to anything else while you do those boring, repetitive tasks. Shut up, Microsoft Defender summary. But I look forward to laundry if I'm listening to the Magnus Archives, because I'm not doing laundry, I'm just doing something with my hands, while I'm listening to Jonathan Sims get his ass handed to him by every fucking ghost, ghoul, god, cultist, creature, motherfucker in the world. And it's the best. Do you like rolls? I do. Very much. I also have a couple of them because of that.
Excuse me. And the man in the mirror leaves the mirror. The man in the mirror would like to go over to his desk.
I suppose the man in the mirror can be freed. Hello.
As thank you for your graciously making that decision.
Yeah, Spider-Man keys.
Spider kiss.
Spider kiss. Spider kick. Spider punch. Spider kiss. With spider tongue. Spider cum. Is not what I said.
I know that's not what you said, but that's what I said.
I went back and played Slay the Princess. It's peak. If you haven't played it, I'd recommend it. So I never played it, and I started watching, I think Markiplier play it, and I fell asleep during it. And I was like, and I never went back to it. And then I started seeing artists make animations of that shit, and I'm curious again. So I may actually acquire the game and play it on the channel at some point. I have a shit ton of games that I need to get through. Like, I need to start putting them all on a wheel, clicking it, and then playing whatever fucking game pops up because I have too many games. And that's just on Steam, right? I have a metric shit ton of games that I got to play on stream that I have not yet played. That I very, very desperately need to. And then on top of that, I have a shit ton of games on, like, Epic Games that I haven't touched. Like, let me go to my library on Epic Games from all the, like, freebies that I've picked up. Bear and Breakfast. I did play Behind the Frame, which I really, really enjoyed, and I'm glad I played it. I have Beholder. I have Bending the Ink Machine. I don't know if I'll play that one on stream, but... There's ibuprofen you can get downstairs. Yeah. I have Beyond Blue. I have Deliver at All Costs. Dredge. Into the Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, which again, I don't know if I'll play on stream. I'm a bit of a bitch. And you guys would suffer watching me die in that over and over. I have Garden Story. I have Lumberjack, Mages of Mistralia. I have... That's recent. Anyway, I'm gonna ignore that one. I have Moving Out. I have Ogun the Secret Forest. I have Rocket League, which I really should play. Dark Side Detective. Jackbox. And I have Viewfinder now as well. I have so many bangers that I haven't fucking touched. Rocket League? Oh my god, I get fucking... It has been way too long since I've played Rocket League.
We play Rocket League.
And, ooh, I might get angry. I might get toxic. Hello?
We play Rocket League.
Am I being threatened by the man?
What?
The man in the mirror is now too tall, and it's really giving, the lady from Powerpuff Girls, where her head's always cut off. Guys, I shouldn't have let him out of the mirror. Have played Iron Lung? Have not. Have not played. Huh?
You have?
I do have Iron Lung. I have not yet played it because I am a pussy bitch. Sorry, I scrolled down and I saw the like Markiplier cheat.
Lung
And talk about movie.
Talk about movie.
Oh my god. Actually, maybe. That would be a hell of a stream. Put that in suggestions, my good man. All I remember is you are the best at racing games of all time. I am the greatest racer to ever race. Ignore the fact that when I played Crossworlds, I did so bad. So bad. Or let me rephrase that. I saw you in the race of all time. What race is that? You gotta be more specific. The race to get to 1K, of which we are approaching, even though we've made not a lot of progress. Currently sitting at, I've been in limbo of 169 to 170. Just flipping back and forth. Every time I gain one, I lose one, and I bounce back down. But we're in that race. Our friend Crispy Sense is gonna beat me, because he was, like, in line with me. We had the same amount, and then he keeps climbing, because he streams way more than me. And I'm very proud of him. And I'm very pleased he's getting there, because he deserves it more than a lot of people. Like, I super appreciate Crispy, and he deserves the best. And everyone knows, my wonderful friend Cozy told me, when you reach 1K on YouTube, you ascend to godhood. So, I hope to see Crispy join the others in the YouTube pantheon. This is really good. I hope one day to join my friends in the stars. I did the freaking Farnsworth voice, and now I keep doing this stupid voice. I don't even know what it is. I'm so ready to put you on a pedestal and hold you to unrealistic ethical standards despite you being a normal person. Oh, no! Dang, that's a lot of responsibility when you hit 1K. Yeah. And the best part, I don't even think you unlock anything anymore. Like, it used to be when you hit 1K, you got, like, fucking cool... Was it community tab at 1K? I think it was community tab at 1K and then they dropped it. And then you unlocked other stuff at 1K and then they dropped that as well. And then now, like, I don't know, I'm just, what, for the vibes? I mean, I've been streaming for over 5 years now, which is still crazy to think about. This is not gonna be my career, and I don't expect it to be, and I have never approached that with that in my prayers. I haven't ever been like, yes, I can handle being a career content creator in a oversaturated internet environment. I can do that. No, I am reasonable. I understand that I do not have the same draw as other individuals, and I do not have the fucking drive. I do not have the insane workaholic nature that some people have regarding content creation. More power to them. We just here for the vibes, which is why it's called a vibe stream. We just be vibing. We're hanging out, having a good time. Having a good time. Having a good time. Not just not hit that. No, you are gonna hit that, Metal Gear Snake, and you will join us in the Pantheon. In the YouTube Pantheon. And you will be held to unrealistic ethical standards and be booed by the masses, and it will be glorious. And eventually you will just have to stop looking at YouTube comments, because people in YouTube comment sections, the bigger you are, get fucking mean. But the smaller you are, you're like, leave a comment, please. Please leave a comment. I love seeing the notification. It makes me happy to know you're watching when I'm not live. I want to be a normal farmer with my small carrot field and chickens. It's too damn bad. Ascend to mighty godhood among your people. Look down at all the sub 1,000 content creators and viewers like peasants. You want to be a peasant? Too damn bad. What if I don't want to lock in? It sucks. You're locked in now. I'm locking you in the room with me. On the screen in front of you, Minecraft, modded. There's magic, and small mushroom creatures, and little jumping spiders you can tame and have them follow you around, and they'll attack mobs for you. There's nothing you can do about it. You're locked in. No! I'm gonna be in the trenches because I like it! Fun fact, actually, regarding the phrase lock in, I don't say it anymore. Because every fucking time I say, I'm gonna lock in, nothing gets done. Whatever I say I'm gonna lock in with, never gets done. So I have to, like, skirt around it. I'm like, I have to focus. I'm gonna do this. Like any other phrase, because he'll say it to fuck with me. He'll be like, you gonna lock in today? And I'm like, no! I'm not gonna lock in. Because the moment I say it, it's a curse. It's a curse and nothing happens. I would be sad when I ran out of this tea. That's good. I added a little bit of a little juice V8 beverage to the tea, and it is scrumptious. It is cold and refreshing. And, knock on wood, it has been preventing me from coughing. I have to deadbolt my brain. I have to barricade my mind. Don't let anything in or out, you understand me? I need, like, horse visors sometimes when I'm doing schoolwork and I need to make sure that I can't click out of whatever I'm reading. Because Jesus Christ, I have such a tendency to be like, but do I have any notifications? No. But has my friend texted me on Discord? I know they're having a bad day. What if they need my help? No, focus on your schoolwork. I'm hungry. God damn it! My cat says hi. She's been trying to squish my phone. Aw, well, hello, Tetra Cat. Catra? Catra? That's a character. Mystic Cat. Mine loves to lay on phones, remotes. She knows she's not allowed on my laptop, but she tries to inch her way on it, so usually while I'm typing, she'll end up laying here on my hand, so my fingers are stuck and I have to rely a little extra on my other hand. Pardon me. Or she'll try and lay on, like, the trackpad, which isn't helpful. But it is really, really cute, so I have to tolerate it a little bit. Ah! Dies. Man, it's only been an hour and a half. I feel like I've been yapping. I've been talking up a storm. I accidentally opened Task Manager. Get out of here. Get out of here! Ooh, you know what will not get out of here? What is this? Womp. Ah, prompts. I need to rename one of my files on here. Bonk. Actually, I will show off something because you guys saw it in the thumbnail, which I hope you enjoy, by the way. I have acquired new art from my lovely internet wife, Angel, who I love very dearly and who is the coolest. We have a full body art. Huzzah! Fuck! Look at her! Finally, I don't have to use that, like, old, not her current LFB style outfit anymore. I'm very happy about it. Look at her. She is precious. And she will probably be my little go-to thumbnail girly. And also, I have posted her in the Discord, so if you so desire, you can just take her and put her in situations. Where should LFB be next? The Iron Lung? France? The TARDIS? It's for you to decide. But also, hold on. Zoom in. We're looking at these details. Whoop. Hold on, we're not zoomed in enough yet. Whoop. She's taking over! Look at her. In all of her glory. Putting her in Tartarus. No! Get all of the detail. Leg. Also, look at her little shoes. I like her little shoes. I picked them out. I think they're very nice. Anyway. Donk, 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 donk. There we go. And then back to how things should be, because I have this in the corner. Huzzah! Ah, that's not right. That's not right at all. Oh. It has the wrong art there now. Don't worry, it's okay. I will fix it. I'll fix it. Doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Emotes. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. This one. Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Ay! Hello! She's hyped up. She's excited. I like having that in the corner. In case of, a hype emergency. You never know. You never know when we're getting hyped. Like, if we got, like, a 50-person raid and then I was freaking out, that's pretty hype. Need to have it there. Looks like the nice mushroom witch in the magical forest. I would trust with my life and my children, aka my entire army of itty bitty mini me. Oh, perfect. Not France. A hype emergency. That's right, a hype emergency. I don't know. This is a chill stream. I don't come here to get hyped. That's too damn bad. You're getting hyped. And you're also getting champagne, apple, and honey room spray. It smells good. I pulled all this stuff out so I could pull out the... No, please, not that. It's too late now. You're getting slacks. Actually, Cozy, I feel you could appreciate this. This is a gift I got from, like, Trevor's mom. It's a little stress squishy, and it's a dumpster on fire that says everything's fine. And I feel we can all relate to that. My sinuses! My Geiger counter is going off. Did you see what I said about the kitty and her blankets? I may have missed it. She loves to crawl under my blanket pile and just lay there and squeak if someone moves or touches them. Oh, mine also does that, but she does that so she can maul you whenever you go near the blanket from the outside. She's an evil little monster who I love so much.
Do you do that?
Huh?
She's currently on my lap.
Oh. Hi, baby.
Open shit, Mom.
She is staring at me. She's giving me bombastic side-eye. By the way, I had the realization that how long I've had Juanita this morning. And I did actually cry because, oh my god. So when I got her, which is like 4 years ago now, which is crazy, I got her from a shelter because adopt don't shop. We love our babies. And I wasn't even there for her. I was there for a totally different cat. But we went into the room with all the cats, and they're like, yeah, before you take her home, you should meet the other ones, right? And the cat I was there for, Ember, not about me at all. Didn't dislike me, but was just like, hiding in the corner, not doing anything. And the people were like, man, that's weird. She's usually very social. It's probably because the person I went there with was not a very good person, and the cat could tell, but I didn't know that yet. But Juanita was happy and purring and pushing into our hands, and she curled up on my lap and was making biscuits on me, and it was just the happiest little fella. And I was like, oh, well, I gotta take this one home. And it's 4 fucking years later. It is 4 fucking years later, and she was like, according to the little paper they had, she was 2.5 when I got her. So she's like, her gotcha day is the 14th? Not the 14th. When is it? Hold on. When's your gotcha day? Wednesday.
11th.
Huh?
The 11th.
The 11th. On the 11th, she'll be, approximately 6.5. And that's her, at least to me, because that's the gotcha day, so. And I had this, like, really sweet, really emotional realization that very soon, 2 times more of her life will be spent with me than it had without me. And I got really emotional, because, like, to us, to me, she's been a very small, not a small part of my life, but she's been part of my life for a very small period of time. It's only 4 years. I'm 23 years old. But to her, I've almost been her everything. I love my baby so much. Petita, I know you're curled up in his lap. Mama wants hugs. Come here. Hi, baby. Can I have that? Can I have this?
Go ahead.
No. I'm stealing you now.
Oh, but...
Ooh, she catch your nip. Are you okay?
No, I'm just worried about my sweater. That's why I said be careful.
Sorry. Hey, your sweater okay?
I think so.
She's purring very big. Hold on. You want purr for the masses? Yeah. Hey. Oh, hold on. Other shoulder? Other shoulder. Okay. Look at this baby. So much more of her life has been with me now than it has without me. And I love her so much. And clearly she hates me and loathes me entirely as I stole her from Trevor's lap. And she immediately gets comfortable on my other shoulder. I remember the first time I picked her up. It was in my dorm room because I got her to be an ESA because I have anxiety. And having a routine was helpful to me because I was also very prone to depression at that time. The first time I picked her up was because it was a couple days in and she hadn't ventured onto my bed yet. She had only stayed on the floor underneath the bed and like under the desk. And I let her hide there and I gave her places to hide because I wanted her to learn to trust me and come out in her own time. Hi. But she hadn't gotten onto the bed yet and she had started to come out and be a little more chill with me. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry. Am I not petting you enough? Are you not getting enough attention while I tell the story about how you came into my life? But, she'd started to come out and, like, be a little more chill with me. She was kind of scared of the situation still, and, like, whenever she'd hear people walk around in the hallway outside, she'd get super sketch. That never really quit, for the most part. Oh, but I also was sketched when people walked by outside, so fair. But I wanted to rip the Band-Aid off, and I knew once she realized the bed was safe, she'd probably be fine with it. So I went down, and I scooped her up, and I had to put her on the bed as fast as possible because she started mauling me, freaking out, scratching at me. I got beat up. And then she was on the bed for like a second. She was like, and then she got down and went back under the bed. But after that, she was like, oh, okay. And then like, I think the next day she had hopped up on the bed to investigate it, which was great. And then after that, she was chill on the bed, and then she was chill with me. And now, I'm her mom, and she screams whenever I leave, and whenever I come back after leaving, she'll scream, and she'll yell at me, and she'll bite me, because how dare I leave her? This spoiled, rotten baby. Ah! Ooh, claws in the Kinger sweater. Please no. She wants me to scratch her butt. I wonder where my kitty is. Do you guys know? But I kind of was thinking about that this morning and I got super duper emotional because one, we do not deserve animals, but two, like, for what has been such a relatively tiny part of my life, a very good part, but a tiny part, I have, oh, you got birth for them? I've become, like, her whole world, and that made me very, very emotional, and I love her so much, and I hope she lives a very happy, long, snuggly, spoiled life, because I get her the best food. It's like fucking $70. It's expensive, but it lasts her, like, months, so good, fucking spoiled, rotten, with wicked expensive food, and you have very soft fur to show for it, and she has an auto feeder, so she doesn't scream at me at 3 a.m. to feed her. She has a little water fountain, because cats are more likely to drink from running water sources. Why? I don't know. Some cats aren't like that, a lot of cats are. She likes her little fountain. And it makes it easy for me to know when I need to fill her water, because it starts to, like, make more and more noise as it gets lower and lower. So once it gets to a point of low that I need to fill it, it starts making this, like, dripping fountain noise, like, you know, just water hitting off itself, but it's not pulling out enough to have the constant stream, so it kind of just, so you hear water noises. And then when it gets lower, it starts to make more of those noises and louder, and when it gets really low, it starts to go like, because it's not burning out the motor, but the motor is, like, barely starting to gargle, and that's your, oh shit, fill the fucking cat's water. So it's very convenient, and I quite enjoy having it. Bless technology. I wish I had something so convenient with my plants. I try to set a thing to remember to water them, but plants don't need to be watered exactly once a week. Sometimes they need less, sometimes they need more, and sometimes I forget for a couple weeks, which is why I have succulents that can survive it. But I love my cat, and she's very spoiled and very happy. Yeah. She's happy enough to the point where she has to have her mouth open because she's purring so hard. She needs to have a little extra gap for all of that happy to come out. Which means she also flashes her bright white teeth against the dark fur. You feel terrifying. Just kidding. She looks very cute. But I'm not going to pick her up again because she's very happily settled on my lap now. She's spoiled rotten. Positively rotten. I need to figure out what I'm doing next stream. I want to do more collabs. I really do. I want to collaborate with people I don't normally play games with. I do have a few games with multiple people that need to be played. Like, I have games to play with Trevor and KJ, and then just with KJ. I have something I've been wanting to do with X. You know, I want to play Crossworlds on stream with him because I think that would be extremely fun, and we both get zero fucking filter when we're yelling at each other over racing games, so I think that would be really funny for you guys. I've been playing a lot of Deep Rock Galactic with Crispy Sense and Keegan Shu. And, you know, occasionally when they invite a fourth, and that's always a blast. I don't usually do that on this channel. I usually let it stay on their streams, just because, truth be told, I kind of lock in and I'm quiet, and I crack jokes, but I think I'm much funnier as a side character than as a main streamer when it comes to Deep Rock Galactic, and I'll probably leave it that way. Collabs are always good for energy and expressing. Very true, and it's just good for fun, you know? Because I love interacting with people, and the unfortunate thing is like, one, there's so many people I want you guys to go support, because I love them, and it's so much easier to just collab and then show on stream, look at this cool guy, you think he's funny, go follow that guy. But also, it gives me an excuse to hang out with them, because there's so many people I love and never get to hang out with because we're all so busy and we have our own lives, like Matt Prokopek, Larry Larvesta, Keith Stroganoff, like all the people on that side of things. I'd love to, at some point, if she was free and we had a game we could play together, I would love to do a collab with my wife Munster. I think that would be great. I think that would be a good old time if she'd be down for that. I don't know what we'd play, but I'd like to do it. And like, there's other people I just love to just say fuck it. Play games with, hang out, chat, chill on stream or off stream, but I like having it on stream to almost record and keep those memories. I just think it's a really, really good time. Collab soon! Yes! I've noticed lately my cat seems to know when I feel down because she'll appear. That's a good ESA. This one, not a good ESA. She will get up all in my face when I'm angry and clearly want space, and then when I'm sad and need her, she's fucking nowhere. But I want more excuses to like game with people and collab and hang out. And because I think that's a bit more variety for the streaming and for the channel here, that I think is really fun. Because don't get me wrong, I love my core group. I love KJ and I love Trevor, and I definitely love playing games with like Trevor, KJ, me, Al, and Nafi, because that's like our main group of people that do all the gaming. And I think we have a very good dynamic there, especially when what we were doing with my Mises, with me, KJ, Al, and Nafi, because I think that's just enough chaos and just enough try-hard energy that it kind of bounces in a way that we progress the game and also get into antics. Very good. I want to play my Mises again soon because it's really, really fun and I enjoyed it a lot. Like I want to interact with more people because I love finding dynamics with people in that way. A lot of the reason I started streaming was to meet people. I've talked about this many times. I won't go into that tangent again, but another way I get to do that other than meeting people in chat, which is, by the way, why I get so excited when a newbie pops into chat and I'm like, I don't recognize you! Hello! And then I get awkward because I don't know how to interact with them because I don't get newbies very often, and then they leave, and it's fine. Everybody has their own lives, but, like, another really good way to kind of find those dynamics and get to know people is to play games with people that I don't get to game with, which is why I've been so excited to play games with Crispy and Keegan, because they're really cool people and they're really great creators. Highly recommend you. I don't know if it's Keegan or Keegan Chu, but I will test both. But I do know it's Crispy. That's so weird that the Crispy one worked before the Keegan one. That doesn't make sense. I sent the Keegan command first. Whatever. Crispy's always number one, I guess. But they're really, really great creators and cool people. And, like, I've really been enjoying chatting and gaming and being silly with them. And it's so funny, by the way, because when I'm with other people, you guys know I have a potty mouth. I don't hide that. It's part of who I am. And I could be a very chill person, and then also I can also be a very chaotic, cussing, cracking jokes, very goofy person. Crispy is a PG streamer. Keegan just recently made a second channel that I think is probably for less PG stuff. I don't know. It's basically only been done to do streams with Crispy. So Crispy keeps joking that it's like a channel that Keegan made just for him. So they got a little bromance going on. It's great. But I'm not PG and Crispy's very PG, so he always has to put a thing in the title that's like, hey, content warning, because I'm there, and not only do I cuss a lot, but I make jokes. Like in the Crossworld stream where I was stream of consciousness and I went, if you feel a speed bump in a school zone, you should probably check the bottom of your car. It's a joke I made mid-race. Terrible. God awful. But very funny. If only it wasn't so quiet. I feel my voice gets overshadowed so much I wouldn't add anything. That doesn't mean it's not fun to play games with you, though. Bye, kitty. You going to go hang out with Trevor again? But, like, that's the fun of making friends and having that, though, because when you're a quiet person, that makes it so much more exciting when you do say something silly, or when you get a little goofy, or even just when you speak. I've had it, so when I join a new community, generally what ends up happening is I go in silently, I'll like join VCs, but I'll be muted, and I'll just type in chat, because I'm trying to catch the vibe, and I have anxiety, I get nervous. And on more than one occasion, I've had it where I finally talk and they're like, oh, she's talking! She's using her voice! Oh my god! Like, that happens. That happens when you're a quiet person. When are we collabing? I don't know. I'm down. I'm down. We can set the date, find a game, hang out, even if we're just yapping. Any yaps with you are good yaps. Isn't a VC and someone went out of their way to talk over me? Well, that's just mean. That's quite rude indeed. I hate people who do that. Or even people who do it accidentally and really don't mean to. I have many friends that, bless their fucking hearts, don't know when to stop talking. So what ends up happening is we'll have like a big VC of people, and then one person joins, and then they get caught up talking about something. They just, like, absorb the entire VC, and then everyone else is quiet while this person talks for, like, 20 minutes. And I love it, and I'm so excited. And a lot of the time, it's, like, it's really cool, because I'm learning about something, but also sometimes it's completely unrelated to the conversation that was happening previously, and it's like, buddy, like, this is cool. This is VC so everyone can talk. If you could just, like, give somebody else a turn. Please. And that's when, you know, communication becomes important, and you should be like, hey, I really appreciate the thing you're talking about right now, but, no offense to you, you've kind of taken over the VC a little bit, and all of us were talking about stuff, so if you could just, like, take a sip of water and let somebody else add their 2 cents about what we're talking about, we can go back and forth. Conversation goes both ways. I'll bombard you. I'm down for that. Hey, any message from Cozy is good with me. The real question is, what would we do? Because I'm very curious about that. Another person told them off and let me yap my 10 Norse crowns. Oh, good. It's no fun when people talk over others on purpose. It's very disrespectful. If you don't like somebody, just, like, I don't know, talk it out like adults. I've gotten so sick over the years of that high school level of drama, where if something's going on and it's like nobody says what they actually mean, it just gets very frustrating, I guess. If nobody says what they mean, then nobody knows what's being said, nobody knows how to react, and nothing's gonna get solved. That's why even if I have an issue in the moment, I'll take time away and try to calm myself down, and then I come back to that person and I say, hey, I had a problem. This is my problem. I'm sure you didn't mean it that way, but that's how it came across. And then you talk it out. You open that dialogue. You have a back and forth. Because that's how peopling works. And if you're not willing to give the other person a chance to improve, then you're just not helping. You're just complaining. It's okay to have a problem with someone's behavior, but if you don't inform them of that behavior, unless you know they're well aware of that behavior. Like if multiple people have been like, hey, stop doing this, that sucks, and they're like, and they keep doing a thing, maybe you shouldn't talk to that person, because maybe they're not listening to the people around them and not taking in other people's fucking opinions. But you know. I don't know. My brain has stopped braining. My train of thought has crashed. This is unfortunate. But I mean, I think it's really important to actually talk to people, which is a thing that doesn't happen enough anymore, I guess. Portal 2? Oh god. Oh, Portal 2? I'd be down for that. You're very wise and fluent with your words, Kate. Thank you. Sometimes I can put them in the correct order to say what I mean. And then sometimes I sometimes I'm stream of consciousness, nothing. I'm nailed in Berg. Which times? Aw. person who talked over me is someone who clearly had issues with me, kept making up excuses why they didn't do well in games where I wasn't in the game even. What? That's weird. If somebody has a problem with you, like... Personally, if there's a public space in which I have friends and I have a problem with somebody and I can't talk through that problem, just don't join VC when they're there. Not that hard. Or if you do, just like be cordial. Don't be a dick. You can be nice without much effort. If someone has a problem with you, fuck them. They don't matter. Unless, learning moment, if everyone has a problem with you, you should probably take a brief look at yourself. But if it's just like 1 or 2 people that are being a dick, fuck them. Whatever. You know you better than they know you, and if you think you're good, then fuck it. Oh my god, speaking of knowing yourself, I keep developing lore for LFB. I love lore hype. I love this little witch so much. She's my Sona. And she's different from me in many ways. Trevor pointed out that, so my thought with her is that she's not as like clumsy and ditzy and forgetful as me, and I accidentally realized that I kind of just made her not ADHD, which is funny, because like the idealized version of myself is just non-ADHD me. Got some stuff to think about with that, but you know, societal blah, blah, blah. But also the fact that like in the way she interacts with the world around her and the way I've been exploring that, she's honestly more autistic coded. Which is really funny. I was trying to go for neurotypical, but sometimes she's a little more hermit-like and a little more focused than the average neurotypical person maybe. Which is honestly really, really funny. But I keep developing lore for her, and it's in little pieces, and I talked about it last stream, I think. But there's a Blue Sky account that posts like little OC prompts. I keep responding to those. I keep having these cute little moments. It's the best. Idealized version of LFB just replaced ADHD with autism. And it's like, she's not perfectly idealized, because I have traits that she does not, and now saying it out loud, I'm like, ooh, maybe autistic, maybe after all, because like, while I don't have the focus, and I'm a little clumsy, and I'm a little ditzy, and a little forgetful, I'm a very social person, and I think often, not all the time, I won't even say most of the time, but often, I'm a pretty socially adept person. I've been told that it's kind of easy to talk to me, and to trust me, and even when I'm kind of fucking it up, like, the average person can tell I usually have the best intentions. LFB has all of the focus, and the work motivation, and the drive, and the whatever. She sucks at peopling. She's very bad at peopling, because she lives in the woods, and she's a magic user, and in this world, magic users face a lot of, like, discrimination and prejudice, because humans don't trust them, which is why many of them live in the Black Forest, the Forbidden Woods, which is where LFB lives, and where her cottage is, and where a lot of other magic users live, which I have left very open-ended for when people want to write little characters into their universe, because there are a lot of VTubers and a lot of OCs and things that live in forests in magical worlds. Just saying. Already have one in there. My friend made an OC. She's really cute. But where she is very driven, she can't people because she doesn't trust people, and people don't trust her. So the only thing she really, really gets along with is she's very social with the animals. And she's always cautious at first because there's a lot of danger in that world, but she's willing to open up to other magic users. Which, now that I'm looking at it, is kind of autistic of her. When you think about it, especially especially when you think about neurodivergency and how people along the various spectrums interact. So neurotypical people and neurotypical people interact great. And that's true of autistic and autistic, and ADHD. Often there are similarities in like ADHD and autistic, but there are also some differences that can cause some significant clashes. And there's always a ton more clashes with ADHD and neurodivergent, especially, or ADHD and neurotypical, and then especially autistic and neurotypical. So if you think about like the context of communication and everything, I think Trevor might be onto something. I might have made her a little autistic coded on accident. But I love her. I love developing her lore. Just to dump about that, we've been talking about it. So in this world, which is very like kind of medieval type beat, like when you think about high fantasy, like taverns and long passages in various kingdoms and stuff like that. I haven't delved into the kingdoms and into the politics of that yet because the view of LFB's world and through her eyes is very small because she doesn't engage with those sorts of politics at all because she, like me, fucking hates them. She hates people in power. She doesn't like it. She stays away from it. She doesn't fucking care. And the village near her doesn't really fucking matter. It's just like an outstanding village. They probably pay their taxes, send their wheat, whatever. But like it's very stereotypical like fantasy world. There's a village. Alright, so village, there's a bit of field, river, flower field, forest. And forest is like, oh, it's forbidden, it's scary, don't go in there. Whoa, there's magic users and monsters, and very expansive forest. Village over here, they're like, no, we don't like magic users. Ah, they're evil. Ah. This basically is LFB's whole world, is this area. She stays midway into the forest, kind of toward the edge, and then she'll go deeper when she wants to talk to the life goddess, which is the goddess that she kind of connects with and I don't want to say serves. They kind of have like a beneficial student-teacher relationship thing going on. But also in times of emergency or great need, the life goddess will be like, yo, LFB, get this shit done. And she'll be like, on it. But there is the life goddess and there's the god of destruction. And those are the two gods of this world. Just two. Everything else would not be considered a god so much as would be considered like an entity or a creature. There's no interacting with a god where you aren't made to serve. That is a very specific way of looking at interactions that has roots in other things, but that is a very Christian way of looking at godly interactions. I have a different perspective as like an actual pagan, but in a lot of pagan deity relationships, it's mutually beneficial, not so much transactional. Offerings and gifts and things are given, but blessings are given in return. And guidance. And a lot of things like that. And that is very much how I see LFB's interaction with the life goddess. LFB is a magic user anyway. But she is a magic user that has significant connections to the life goddess. And in that, she works with her and provides offerings and all of that. And also learns from her. And has a little bit of the life goddess's magic and her blessing, of course. But in turn, LFB, of her own free will, but also of which benefits the life goddess, like tries to take care of the creatures and the forest and, you know, does her best to do good. Though it is important to note in the lore, The life goddess and the god of destruction are not good and evil. The life goddess gives. She's also willing to take, as is necessary. And the god of destruction is more of a neutral deity. There are, like, more evil-leaning creatures and monsters that, like, do destroy things and cause hurt and pain and suffering, and that does serve him in a way, but it's not of his will. His will isn't to destroy the world. It's a very yin-yang situation, where they work in tandem together. It's not... Again, it's probably partially informed by my perception of Hades. So, by the way, Hades vastly, misrepresented in media and in pop culture and everything. He's not even the god of death. He's the god of the underworld. He's like he's the guy who keeps all the souls in there and makes sure shit doesn't get fucked up. He's like he's the high manager of the underworld. He's just making sure everything's working and shit's going on as it's supposed to, and all the guys stay down there. Because Thanatos is the god of like death. But a lot of people think Hades is this big, scary, evil, mean, death and terror, and it's like, it's just fact of life. He's just doing his fucking job. And that's a lot of the way I see the god of destruction in LFB's world. Is, even though visually, think about, if you've seen Moana, think about, like, Te-Fiti after her heart got taken out. She's this, like, big, scary lava creature. Think about that like a guy. Just like a guy, kind of bigger, maybe a little bulkier, but just this, like, lava black rock monster, like, lava coming out of him, like, oozing when he speaks. That. But he's not villainous. He's not seeking the death of all things. But there is no life without death. There is no creation without destruction. One must exist for the other to have meaning. Because everything is in balance. Balance is the true focus and the true power at play. Cough. So I really like that, and there are evil things, and there are demons and monsters. Death sowed life so that it may have something to reap. Yeah. But I'd like to think the god and goddess in this world do care about each other very much. If somebody tried to eliminate the god of destruction, life would be pissed. And she would interfere, because not only is he important for the balance of all things, but also she does care about him and with her, because they are the, rulers of this world and of this universe. And, it's very important that they both be there. But there are a lot of other creatures and monsters that may have, like, fucked up little cults to the god of destruction. He's not really, he's not super supportive of it, but also if it's not the most dire thing in the world, he's also not really gonna fucking interfere, because it's not his place. They can do their own fucking thing. The goddess of life is a bit more prone to interact with humanity and magic users and things like that, which is why the god of destruction is seen as a little more evil, a little more mysterious. But the life goddess interacts with all things in the way that things grow and the ways the season change and stuff like that. And in that way, LFB serves the life goddess and has that sort of student-teacher relationship with her. And develops this profound relationship with life in all of its forms. And in that way, LFB is a pacifist to basically everything except people. she's got some complex people feelings. Men especially, not happy about them, but men are typically the perpetrators and the ones that kind of perpetuate a lot of that anti-magic user stuff. And also, any of the actual people LFB interacts with are generally women that have fled into the forest either from abusive partners or families or things like that. It tends to be young women trying to run from life, and they tend to get lost in the woods, and LFB will find them and guide them back. And she also has a transactional thing with some of the women, generally women in the village who were saved by her and remain. If they need something, like their crops aren't doing well, or they need a little extra luck, or things like that, they'll tend to leave her a little scroll, a little note, something like that, in the hole of a tree near the entrance of the forest, and LFB will find that and leave the thing they need, and they'll leave her coins in exchange. Which is extremely convenient, because LFB, for all of the things she has, does not always like to make her own food. So she will do that and use those coins to send Atlas. Atla is short for Atlas, by the way. Not that much shorter. It's like Ferb and Ferbs. But we'll send her a little bird lady familiar into the village to the local bakery. She has a favorite cranberry bread they make there. So that is what a lot of that coin goes towards. And by the way, I love the amount of the lore development I've done with Ilyushka and Atla. For anyone who doesn't know, if you've seen the plague, like the plague doctor nurse squishable plushies, that is in essence what they are, because I have those plushies, and they are called Ilyushka and Atla, because I got them ages ago, like when I first got to undergrad, because I kind of had my own money and my own freedom, and there were plushies that came out, were really cute, and I bought them, and they kind of just became like a mascot of the channel for a while, and then they kind of took on a life of their own. And I'd like to redesign them in some aspects. I still like the colors, but I have drawn them out. They're a little more humanoid. They're not like little blob guys. They're probably a couple feet tall, a little more human looking, but they have their masks are like part of their face that is their face. They're little birds. And they have totally different personalities. Atla, the white and pink plague nurse, they're both stone. Normally, when they're not animated, they are stone. When they are animated, they're like fleshy and they have their colors and everything, but they were carved from completely different places. Atla was carved from a large, like boulder-like stone that was in the flower fields that's between the village and the forest. Ilyushka was carved from an old mossy, like half-buried stone that was in, like, the forest, pretty deep in the forest. And they have opposing personalities along with their color schemes that represent that. She's very, they don't speak. I can communicate with them telepathically as, like, my Golem's familiars, but they don't speak. But with body language and everything, Atla's very happy. She's very social. She's very excited. She's the one who goes to the village and gets things. None of the men like her, but she keeps a low profile until she gets in the bakery, and all of the women in the bakery love her. And the one guy that works there. She's the social one. She does all the social things, the communicating with people, the transferring of messages, letters, anything like that. While Ilyushka is a lot more reserved and a lot more quiet and a lot more cautious and definitely antisocial. He does a lot of the investigating, a lot of the observing. He's kind of the eye that's always out in the woods. And they'll both collect like herbs or whatever. They'll both forage together. But Ilyushka is definitely the lookout, the protector, the wary, the hermit, to clue into the tarot. He is the hermit. But they work very well together. Like, while Atla is taking care of an injured animal with LFB, Ilyushka will either collect herbs or things they need, or he'll keep a lookout. Make sure, like, you know, try and find the mom, try to make sure nobody's out there, yada yada. Keep an eye on the cottage. I love them. I love their dynamic. I think it's really cute, and I'm very glad I've developed it in the way I have. And they all have distinct favorites. Ilya's favorite flower is lavender, while Atla's favorites are peonies. He prefers coffee, she prefers tea. And because coffee is so rare in this kind of world, because of the climate of which it needs to be grown, it's like, oh, well, LFB's connected with the life goddess. She can grow her own. It's a pain in the ass. It's a lot of fucking work. So there's actually a sort of coffee equivalent that's made out of mushrooms in this world. And it tastes pretty close. It's a little more earthy in flavor, but it's basically the same as caffeine in it, whatever. You know, fun little anecdotal world buildy things that I've done that I'm very proud of. I've given a little thought to the other creatures that are in the forest. There's the mushrooms, which I've talked about, which I've shown, and the little mushroom that's going to be in the corner here is one of that kind of... They are children of the life goddess, but only very few know that they are children. Most just consider them favored creatures of hers, and they take after real mushrooms in the world, and they are supposed to be very rare. They are not so rare in the forest, but also LFB has a very good relationship and reputation with them, so she's more likely to see them. But they have different effects, and they have different magical effects, which makes them coveted by horrible people who will shoot and kill them. But one, you should be very careful doing so, because when you kill them, you earn the ill will of the life goddess, which you would never want. And also, when you sleep after killing and consuming one, either in like a tonic or some sort of potion, or if you cook them up and eat them or whatever, you hear screaming in your sleep with an undefined amount of time before it stops, if it stops. But also, just like real mushrooms, these ones can be misidentified, and people who thought they were taking a mushroom that would grant them enhanced sight, hearing, have been found the next day in a coffin of thorns, and when you pull them back, you see that it grows out of their eyes, their ears, their mouth, their nose, and their lungs were filled first. It grows from the stomach, pushes into the lungs, pushes out of everything it possibly can, and envelops. So, you know, fun things like that. You gotta be careful with those. But they're also just cute little fucking guys. They're little fellows. Why would you kill them in the first place? Why would you want one? And some people have done it out of desperation. Like, you know, their poor infant son was horrifically sick and was going to die, so they paid a fucking evil merc to go kill one of the sweetest little mushroom creatures in the world so that he may live. Like, you know, it happens, but how could you ever hurt a silly little guy? Look at him. Look at these guys. You really want to hurt a little fellow like this? Look at him. He's just a little dude. This one's name is Ubel, by the way. This is Ubel. I got him from like a little event that just like happened near me, and they had a bunch of little crocheted guys, little knit crocheted fellas, and this is one of them, and he's very handsome. And I think he's able to go in the washer, so if anything ever got on him, I could just throw him in the clothes washer, which is nice. It's good to know. I will not get anything on him, but if it happens, it is good to know that he's taken care of. He's a little guy. He's just a fella. But I've given a little thought, but not a lot of thought to some of the other creatures that would live in there. Like, I definitely think my jaw's on the floor, such world building. I've been thinking about this for a long fucking time. Another big thing is I think definitely there's like harpies that live in there, like other magic users, definitely, other witches maybe, some better, some worse, but I really, really like the idea of some harpies, sacking up in the trees and hanging out in there, and having their own little, clans, as I think I would call it. I feel like a clan of harpies is right. You could say a flock, but they're also people. They're not just bird. And by the way, a lot of how I imagine fantasy harpies at this point is based on fucking, like, one specific creator has 2 OCs that are named Clara and Cree, and I fucking love them. They're so cute. She's a human and he's a harpy, and they fall in love, and they have a little half harpy, half human baby, which is funny, because a harpy is already kind of like half human, half bird. But it's great. It's fucking cute. So I'm thinking like Cree level harpies in their little society, kind of, not society. They're still kind of primitive, but they're birds. They're more animalistic, so it's not primitive. It's just their own thing. And I'm sure there's others. I'm sure there's cursed. There's definitely, in the whispers, fae folk. There's definitely fairies and pixies. Though, you better fucking hope you don't see one of those in that forest. You are fucked if one of them decides they don't like you. Is that, hey, are you lost? Come this way. You're never fucking seen again. You could be dead. You could be in the Fey world. Who fucking knows? You're not fucking there anymore. Oof. But beyond that, I don't have a good grasp on what exists in that forest. And I think that's a little bit fun because that puts me in the same situation. I'm in the same seat as LFB is in, because she also doesn't know what's in there, and she kind of keeps toward the edge. So there's not much but her. Because for like, alright, so forest, right? Forest, village is off this way, edge of forest. She's like here. She kind of keeps toward the edge. She can go in a little bit so people won't find her, whatever. She'll go in here. Like, here is about where her special area to talk with the life goddess is, which I can talk about in a second. She doesn't go very far in here. This is, like, still all Forbidden Forest. Because there's, like, mountains up here, and there's, like, rivers and shit, and this is all giant, unknown fucking forests. And it gets deep and dark and dangerous and weird, and you don't know where you're going, and there's kind of pathways and kind of not, and there's bandits and problems and Lord of the Rings style shenanigans. She's over here. Which is still pretty far in, especially if you're, like, a human person. And she will travel through these, she just doesn't live there. She lives off toward the people because for as much as she hates them and she loathes them, she wants to make sure they're safe. For as much as she likes to pretend she doesn't care about any of them, there are a couple she cares about, and overwhelmingly, even if they don't like her, she's human too. She's a witch. She's still human. But it's really fun because there is so much that could exist in this giant forest space. And nobody knows. You have to go in there and explore more. And that could be a story in itself. That could be all kinds of world building. She goes on a little, I don't know why she'd go on an adventure. She's pretty happy. And the cool part is she has her house. I haven't talked about it. Many of you know about it, some of you don't. So if you saw the Minecraft server, actually, hold on. You know what? Give me a second. I will pull this up while we talk about this. I'm gonna see if this one works. Which, by the way, for anyone who played on the Minecraft server or wanted to, the Minecraft server is currently shut down, but I do have the backup save file and I have the mod import file. So if you want to play or see or whatever, explore the world, I have it. I have a link in the server right now for like, I think it's till like, it only lasts for about a month, but because it's a very big file you have to download. But this link will only work until February 27th. But you can download the mod backup file and you can have it, and you just have to import it into like the folder for saves in Minecraft, and it will do that for you. Oh god damn it! It opened. In a wrong place. Oh no. That's annoying. I have my TV connected to my PC because sometimes I'll put like movies and stuff up there, and also it's really fucking annoying to disconnect it every time I'm done using it. The problem is occasionally things will just open on it, which is not fun at all, because then I can't access them because it's on a fucking monitor that doesn't exist. So I gotta turn my fucking goddamn TV on so I can switch it to the HDMI that makes it a monitor so I can see where my thing is so I can grab it. Hey. Sent DM. Lucifer, what the fuck is this? Anyway, I'm gonna move this over here. I'm gonna load that up so you can see it. Time for me to sleep. I'll poke you later about setting up a time to game. Absolutely. Rest well, cozy, sweet dreams. I will probably talk about world building and all of this lore that I have set up for a little bit longer. And I will probably end after that. I don't think I'll raid tonight because I don't have time to like stick around and hang out with anybody, but we'll see. Maybe I will raid. I'm gonna have to go to bed because I have work at 7 in the morning. But I want to show this off real quick. So I'm going to switch to this screen. Butterflies! I love it. Also, we have a new, like, background for when the game isn't popped up yet. We're in the woods, baby. If you're wondering what this is, it's definitely not a very zoomed in screenshot from Smushy Come Home. But we're in the woods. Single player. And then we're gonna make this the correct size, approximately. And then window capture. Can you capture this? Thank you. It's not quite the correct size, but it's almost there. There we go. So, since we're here, which, by the way, it still exists! It's alive! But this was my build that I did from scratch, by the way. I didn't have any kind of, like, pre-built thing I worked off of or whatever. This was me fucking around in Minecraft and trying to figure out how to build this thing that I made in my mind and sketched out on a page. And by the way, I have screenshots of this. I literally blueprinted this before I built it. Like, I built it with, like, blue wool and, like, terracotta and stuff so I could kind of block out what I wanted to build. I straight up fucking blueprinted it. But this is, in essence, what LFB's cottage is. Some of this stuff is added for Minecraft reasons, like the light right there. But a lot of it's pretty straightforward. It's a very Baba Yaga type house in which it has little feet. It has little chicken feet. And a fun fact about this is these feet extend. So, it's basically like a hole right here before it goes into the meat of that right there. So what happens is it'll sit completely flat on the ground, which is where it would pick up some of the stuff I have down here, like the flowers, the roots, and everything. And when it's all the way on the ground, you can try and step up and walk to it like it's a normal house. And what'll happen is she has like runes and protections on it, of which you can't open the door and you can't open the windows or anything. So what ends up happening is you try to open the door, and if you're not like a friend, if you're not a person LFB knows and like knows is safe to come in, the house knows that door's locked. If you try to get in another way, either breaking down the door or breaking a window or trying to get in any regard in that way, the house's legs come out and they extend until the house is like fucking 50 to 100 feet in the air. Obscenely high, you're not getting into it. Like, it kind of just shunk. But it'll walk around. And by the way, this is approximately the layout of it, actually. So, you walk in, and what this corner would be, so this is the fireplace and everything, and then right here is her desk on the opposite side, and you have this area that would have a curtain here, that goes into her bed. And it's just like a big bed covered in a bunch of, like, cushiony kind of blankets and furs and everything, and it's stained glass on all sides, and it's protected. Like, you're not gonna break into this, and from the outside you can't see in, but she can see out, but it makes this really pretty thing. So she always wakes up bathed in rainbow light, and so she has her desk with all of her witchy stuff that would usually be piled onto it. Incomprehensible mess here. She also eats here. Very Howl's Moving Castle of her. There's a cupboard here that actually... Give me that. There's a cupboard here that in Minecraft actually has food in it, but it also is... So it's a normal cupboard, but there's a spot up here that is another bit of storage, and when you open it, it kind of is like a bag of holding where you can reach down into it pretty endlessly, so it's a lot bigger than you think it is. And she has like a bean bag over here and bookshelves and stuff, and this is like her little comfort corner. And then normally I believe I had it down here. There's like a trap door that would normally be here, and underneath would be like a little extra storage, a little crawl space almost for like extra storage, privacy, and also if you have to go to the bathroom while the house is in motion, there's a little toilet down there, so when you go, it just drops out of the bottom of the house. Very efficient. Also, sorry to any creatures that are underneath the house while it's moving by. You're getting peed on. And then how I have it in the sketch is there's a rope right here, and then you go up there and you're in this tower. From the outside, it looks this small, but from the inside, it's a very big altar space where a lot of her magical items are held, and in her altar to the life goddess and is outside, but also she has like a smaller one in here and a lot of her crystals and everything. And also when they're not animated, this is where Ilya and Atla stay in their stone forms. Just like NYC. Yeah, this is New York City apartments costing you $10,000 a month. And you can walk 2 steps in any direction. Watch out for the flying toilet aftermath. In Minecraft, I realized through the build let me have a whole other floor. I don't think she'd have that, but the idea of it's really fun. This is blood, I think. Or is this health potion? Are you blood or health? Well, is it dropping something that I'm not picking up, or? Cool. Well, that's a mixing cauldron. I want to know what's in it! This doesn't help me! Whatever. I'm gonna assume it's like health potion or something. I think it's too light to be blood. I don't know. Oops. Get out of there. But it's very nice to have in Minecraft, so I think it's cute. But normally there would just be rafters, like I have up here. And there's like herbs and things hanging from the rafters, and there's shelves above the hearth so she can dry her herbs. It's very nice. I was very, very proud of this build. As a person who is not normally a builder and is known for using building tutorials because I'm not a builder and I just want to farm and make cute little farms and build stuff for my villagers, I was very, very proud of this build. And honestly, I'm just proud of this server. Like, it's really pretty. And everybody did really well. Like, this was, at Spawn, KJ made it. This is Trevor's Tavern over here. That, it's just very good. And he's got his little bridge over here. Everybody on the server did incredibly well, and they made very beautiful builds. And I'm sorry that the, server hosting I had sucked so bad and the worlds broke for absolutely no reason, because everyone did really good work. Which is why I've made it available. Again, if you want the world, even if you didn't play it, if you just want it, if you want to experience it and build on your own in the depths of everybody's... Oh, fuck. In the depths of what everyone had done, you are more than welcome to download it. You just need CurseForge so you can use the mod pack, which the mod pack I also have in that downloadable file. And what you do is you import the mods, and then once you have that, you open folder and you you open the folder, and then you unpack the save folder, the Witch's Garden folder, into your saves in that mod pack's save location, and then you can just come in here immediately. It was super fucking easy. Which means, theoretically, if I wanted to host this world on another, like, if I wanted to do it with a different server hosting, because KJ was telling me about another one, I could technically just fucking import this world. I could just bring it back, but for right now, it lives in my world saves because I'm very proud of what everyone did, and I am too stubborn to let it go, and I really, really like my house. How did you get up here? You are going to fall and hurt yourself. Yeah. Boop. Ah, that's intro. That's not what I wanted. I wanted big cam. Hold on, we're not starting again. We're ending soon. But I put a lot of work into our house, into the world, and I'm gonna continue doing so because I really, really like it. I'm going back and forth on if I should make my D&D characters part of the chip world. I would have to make them animals or spirits from another part of it. Why not? Do it. Some of the best stories start in D&D. Like, Legend of Vox Machina and everything is like a very, very popular, very good animated series. That's a D&D campaign. And I know they're doing the other one. I can't remember what it's called. But I mean, I highly recommend doing that and using your characters and not letting them die in the depths of D&D. They can do so much more. But I've been building a lot of lore for LFB and for her world and everything, and I've been doing it incrementally over years, but also with all of those little posts and everything I'm doing on Blue Sky. Again, plug for Blue Sky. It's very cool. And I'm very glad I just got to talk about it for almost an hour. So, you know. There's probably more I could say. And if anyone ever has any questions, if anyone's watching this later, if somebody comes across this and is like, damn, this lore dump's pretty cool, I want to learn more about that world, God, message me. I love world building. It's one of my favorite things. And I've thought about this world quite a bit and the place LFB has in it, but I haven't thought much about the world outside of what LFB gets to see, so I need to do that. I like starting from the ground up, all of those little things, so maybe I need to focus on the big things soon. Until then, however, I have 40 squats to do, because I didn't forget, and I have yet to decide whether or not I want to stream. I'm already streaming. Raid is the word I was looking for. Who all is live right now? You are live playing Mario Kart World with a short stream. Mario Party. Unknown Game. Blade Strangers. Dead by Daylight with viewers. You know what? If I'm gonna raid, I want to hit one of my good friends. Oh, I love you. I'm not doing it for Fortnite. I love you, buddy. I won't raid into Fortnite. I won't watch it. I can't do it, bud. I'm so sorry. Oh my god. Speaking of cool streamers, what the hell is up, Keegan? I was gassing you up earlier. What's up, dude? I hope you're well. I hope you've been having fun and playing all the games and enjoying all the things. Go follow Keegan. He's the coolest. I was just trying to decide if I want to raid before I do my 40 squats, and then we'd actually do it. Ooh, Pokédex collection. Berto's working on the decks. Rare, not short stream, it looks like. Shocker. Oh, LMAO, sorry I was at work. Hey, don't apologize. Don't you dare apologize. You're fine. Metal Gear survived for the first time. Glad you're talking about me. I mean, you're the best. I was talking about how you and Crispy are the coolest, and I've been enjoying gaming with you guys a lot lately when we can. It's always a good time, and I super appreciate you guys showing up. Crispy's usually showing up in my DMs being like, can you play Deep Rock Galactic? And I'm like, oh yeah, cool, when? And he's like, 5 minutes. Whoa! No advance notice. None at all. But I really appreciate it, and I've been enjoying gaming with you a lot. Hell yeah, dude. You know what? This fella is always such a lovely support. I think I will raid tonight, and I will raid this fella. But I will not raid them just yet, because I unfortunately have 40 squats to do. LMAO, yeah, me and Crispy can be so unorganized. It's always my fault too. Hey, I totally get it. I tend to be that person with my friends. My thing is I never organize events. I'm always the one to join them. People will be like, hey, you want to join this on this day at this time? And I'll be like, yeah, sure, fuck it. So I never make the plans. The only exception was that was for my like 5-year celebration stream. So I totally get the being unorganized, because I was, oh god, that was a struggle. Ah! I'm ready for this phlegm to be out of my system. I'm also ready to do 40 squats because I don't want to push myself too hard, because I literally just got over being sick. Hold on. Oh, I move and this bitch. I get up for a split second and this motherfucker sprints for my chair. Hey, What's up with that? That's where my butt sits. Meow. Meow. All right. Thank you. You just gotta do it. Also, welcome in, Andrew. Sometimes you just gotta do it. Yeah. I gotta do it. I'm doing it carefully. Also, thank you. I fucking love this sweater. I love the amazing digital circus. I love Kinger. He fucking rules. That's my dad right there. That's my fictional father. But I will do my 40 squats, and then we will raid out. And then I'm gonna go to bed because I have work at 7 in the morning. And I gotta wake up early so I can actually get there, and it's almost 10, so. Had a bit of snow there? You had a bit of snow? Are you okay? I hope you're keeping warm. Also, thank you for popping in. I'm sorry it's like right as we're about to end. 1, 2, 3. I'm trying really hard to be in frame, but there's no good way to be in frame and also be in focus. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the most boring part. 9. It's just me counting to 40. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, there's yelling distantly, 19, 20. I'm just gonna clear this instead of marking it since there's only 40. I can remember that many. 21, 22. Oh my god. I'm so congested still, I can feel it when I'm breathing. You get that like crackly in your lungs where it's just like what's that? 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I am trying to be a little extra slow. To account for the less. 30. 31. 32. 33. Meow! Do you want to join for the last 7? Come here. You want to be part of this so bad? Come on. You'll be my weight while I'm doing squats. All right. 34. 35. 36. Yeah. 37. 38. 39. No! We have one more! Don't wiggle away! 40. And here's the real star of the show. Who's decided she wants my chair. And to scream. Hi. Why must you scream? Excuse me. I need to do my outro now. And tell everybody where to raid. Excuse me. Madam, that's my chair. I need that. Swoop. Haha. Woo. Well. I'm panting a little more than I should. She's a little chunky. I'm definitely still getting over being sick. So. Thank you guys for hanging out, though. Thank you for chillin' and listening to me talk about world building and the lore of my character LFB for a while. I mean, look at her. She's a cutie patootie. How could you not love her? But we are gonna raid and go support a lovely friend because we love to do that. It's the best part. When you're doing Crossworlds again, I was just talking about that during the stream. With my friend soon, hopefully. I hope to do so with 16. Did we go down a subscriber during this stream? That's awesome. But yeah, I want to do Crossworlds really soon. I want to get my friend X on, and we're gonna yell at each other for it. Still need to get Crossworlds? You do, it's the best. But let me add redirect. Alrighty. Again, thank you guys so much for watching and for being here and hanging out. Clearly somebody didn't like the stream. Somebody unsubscribed during the course of it, which is so fucking funny. But to everyone that does appreciate streams and hangs out and chills here with me, I really appreciate you. I don't know what we'll be doing next time. I'm gonna have to figure it out. I have a bunch of things I need to do, a bunch of games I need to play, a bunch of people I need to talk to, but until then, I'm gonna relax and I'm gonna go to bed so I can wake up for 6 a.m. tomorrow. But for that, we have a raid to get to. So I have a redirect set up, or you could follow this link right here if you're too cool for the redirect. I understand. I'm sure you're pretty radical yourself, but use that hashtag Bouquet raid only once or twice. We don't want to spam. And remember, stay happy, stay healthy, stay hydrated. I love you all. And I will see you whenever I'm live next, which is probably next Friday. Hopefully before, but we'll have to see. Until then, bye. So long.